Good evening, and thanks for joining us for 41 NBC News at 6. I'm Michael Warwick.
And I'm January Keaton. Our top story tonight at 6, Bibb County's Industrial Authority chairman facing jail time for bribing former school superintendent Romain Dallemand. Grand jurors indicted Clifford Whitby this morning.
He's accused of paying Dallemand around $400,000 over the course of 6 years, most recently in April of this year. Whitby's defense says they'll, quote, defend the charges vigorously.
We're happy to get further on this case and find out what happened to a lot of the taxpayer money back in 2012.
Macon's top recruiter of industry, Clifford Whitby, shackled around the knees and handcuffed inside federal court, facing jail time for bribing the former Bibb County School Superintendent Romain Dallemand.
I don't want to get into all the conversations because we don't have enough time today on what was wrong with Dr. Dallamand's tenure here in Bibb County.
The indictment begins in 2011. Whitby, the executive director of Central Georgia Partnerships, goes to Dallemand about a potential project. That project, Macon Promise Neighborhood. Dallemand rejected the idea. But sometime between 2011 and 2012, the indictment says Whitby and Dallemand met again. This time Whitby asking for $1 million per year for 10 years for the Macon Promise Neighborhood. During that time, Whitby offered Dallemand 10%, a $100,000 bribe per year that the indictment reads would ensure Dallamand's continued support. Dallemand is accused of taking that bribe, and in June of 2012, the Board of Education approved the Macon Promise Neighborhood project. Later that year, the Bibb County School District writes a $1 million check to Central Georgia Partners.
I'm very excited for the school district to be able to get some understanding of what happened, and also our taxpayers to kind of figure out what went wrong in 2012. You know, on the other hand, it's kind of a black eye for the Bibb County.
The prosecution alleges these were the payments from Whitby to Dallemand, around $400,000 in total. As recent as April 2nd of this year, Whitby met Dallemand at a restaurant in South Georgia and gave $24,000 in cash. Also indicted the middleman, Harold Knowles, an attorney from Florida. Allegedly, Whitby gave him money and Knowles would pass it along to Dallemand.
And I anticipate that there may be some other folks that may come to the mat. So we'll just see how this plays out.
Dallemand pleading guilty in a Florida courtroom Wednesday for tax evasion and agreeing to cooperate and provide documents in the case against Whitby and Knowles. The two also facing charges for laundering money through their respective businesses, and Knowles alleged activity laundering money as the CEO of Pinnacle, resulting in computer software not being used by the Bibb County School District. Whitby pleading not guilty and walking away from federal court out on bond. Dallemand could face up to 3 years in jail. As for Whitby, if he's found guilty, he could face as much as 20 years in jail. He's out on a $1,500 bond.
Wow. The Macon Bibb Industrial Authority released this statement in response to Whitby's arrest. Quote, "We are aware of the recent situation as reported in local media regarding Mr. Whitby. These matters are unrelated to the business of the Macon Bibb County Industrial Authority. The MBCIA continues to do the work of the citizens of Macon Bibb County as the lead economic development authority," end quote.